Hello and welcome to you all. We're here in Marrakesh at the 61st World Statistics Congress, held in partnership by the HCP and the ISI. I'm very glad to welcome today Mr. Andreas GEORGIou. Hello.
Hello.
So you're the former president of National Statistics Office of Greece and as well today a professor at AMHERST College at Massachusetts and a consultant in official statistics in the US. Welcome again.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to talk to you about this professional independence and the meaning of producing professional independent official statistics.
Yes. Now, professional independence, let me clarify what we mean by that in official statistics. It means that the head of the statistics office is the has sole responsibility for deciding on standards, methods, procedures, as well as on the content and timing of statistical releases. It also means that statistical production takes place without any external interference, political or other interference, and that statistics are produced without any concern to sway the decisions of people who produce the statistics, that they have no fear or favor in producing the statistics, and that statistics are produced strictly only on the basis of statistical principles and the statistical legislation that is in force. This is what we mean by professional independence in the production of official statistics.
My second question will be about the reason why one has to be professional independent in statistics.
Yes. The reason is very simple and very straightforward. Professional independence in the production of official statistics is necessary in order to have trust in official statistics. Now, let me say that official statistics are a foundation stone for a number of very important things in today's society. They are a foundation stone, the official statistics are a foundation stone for rational and effective policy making. They're a foundation stone for the efficient operation of the markets and for welfare maximization by the markets.
Sure.
They're a foundation stone for scientific advancement and technological advancement. And they're a foundation stone actually for the function of a modern democratic state, or any kind of representative government. Official statistics is a foundation stone for that. Now, all of these things, policy making, scientific progress, democracy,
yeah.
They function well when statistics, official statistics, are reliable and trustworthy. Now, as I mentioned to you earlier, in order to be able to have reliable and trustworthy statistics, there has to be professional independence. This is absolutely essential.
Yes, and how do you think one can ensure that the work of statistics or a statistical institute is professionally independent?
There are a number of things that are being proposed, and some of them are already implemented to some extent around the world, that can actually help buttress and support professional independence in production of official statistics. And I will go through a number of them. One of them is enshrine in national law that professional independence, as well as other statistical principles, have to be followed, has to be in the law. There have to be public commitments by policymakers that they respect the professional independence of official statisticians, and that they put in writing that they will actually support, create the conditions, improve the conditions so that professional independence can be implemented.
Okay.
Another one is that in the law, in the national law, there should be provision for a national body that would actually have an oversight over whether professional independence is being implemented, it's being carried out.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they make a public report about this, and they are independent. There have to be provisions in the law about how you select and how you appoint the head of the statistics office. There should be in the law about the length of the term, and how actually you...
Excuse me to interrupt you. Select, or the head of this institution should be elected by its members, maybe?
Well, there are best practices out there. Usually the best practice is that you have a selection committee by people who are authorities in the statistical profession, who know the profession very well and who have the best interests of the official statistics in mind, and that they get together and there's an open call for applications for the head of the statistics office, and that selection committee in an impartial way looks at the meritocratic way, looks at the attributes of the different candidates and make a proposal in public to the appropriate person in the executive branch of government about the appointment. And then the appointment is made by the executive branch of government, but on the basis of that recommendation. And if they do something different, they also have to explain in public why. So these are kind of best practices in that area. Also, the length of the term, how they are reappointed, and also if their term has to be terminated, the incumbency has to be terminated, under what conditions. It should, of course, never infringe upon the professional independence of that person. So you also should have provisions in the law about the control of resources, financial or human or other resources, by the statistics office itself. If somebody else is controlling these resources, of course, then professional independence can be undermined.
Yeah.
And you should have allowance for a supranational, that is outside of the country, quality assurance of your statistical products. For example, in the way that in the European Union, for example, you have the ELSTAT doing the quality assurance of some of the statistics of member states of the European Union. And you should also have the possibility for a supranational review of whether actually professional independence and other statistical principles are implemented in the country, like peer reviews, for example, or some international institutions doing a review of your country. Now, all of these things, they can help buttress professional independence, and they can have some progress in that area. However, and this, I come now to a point that I have personally made in the conference, in a session that I organized and I spoke in yesterday. I think that one has to go even beyond that in order to make all of these things sustainable over the longer term. And I would like to bring up something from another area of public service, and this is the judiciary. Already starting from the 18th century, the judiciary, as argued by Montesquieu, has to be really independent and not only apparently independent. And what was the recommendation? The recommendation was that the judiciary should be an independent branch of government. And in judicial independence you have decisional independence, which is supported by institutional independence of the judiciary. And this is what I'm saying. If this is necessary for the judiciary, it is also necessary for official statistics production. In order to have professional independence of official statistics production, in my view, over the longer term, in order to have it sustainable, you have to have institutional independence of official statistics, which means that official statistics production is outside any of the other branches of government.
Which is the case of the HCP here in Morocco, because it's a totally independent institution. Mr. Andreas GEORGIou, I would like to thank you for all this information, precious information about professional independence in the world of statistics, so that we can have some trustful, as you said, statistics and numbers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.
Thank you all for your attention. Goodbye.